It was a quiet Wednesday morning, the kind of morning when nothing feels wrong, something is missing. Anna stood in the kitchen. The smell of toast filled the air. The soft sound of a cartoon came from the living room. Her little daughter, Sophie, was getting ready for school. Her pink backpack was already by the door. Anna looked at the clock. 7:48 a.m. Her husband, Mark, be down any minute, just like every day. She made his coffee. She placed 2 slices of toast on his plate, just like every day. But today, she felt something in her chest, a small, cold feeling. She didn't know why, but her hands were shaking a little. Mark came down the stairs. He smiled, kissed Sophie on the head. "Ready for school, princess." Sophie giggled and nodded. Anna watched them, her husband and her daughter, so perfect, so peaceful. Then Mark looked at Anna. "Morning," he said. He kissed her cheek, but it felt distant, too light, like a kiss placed out of habit, not out of love. Anna smiled back, but inside the cold feeling grew stronger. On the way to school, Mark was quiet. Sophie sang a little song in the back seat. Mark listened. He smiled, but his eyes kept looking at his phone. He typed something, then quickly locked the screen. Sophie's school was a small, cozy building with flowers in front and colorful drawings on the walls. Her teacher, Miss Emily, was waiting at the door. She was young, soft voice, always wearing a gentle smile. Sophie ran to her and hugged her. Emily bent down, returning the hug. Mark stood there, watching. Then Emily looked at him. Their eyes met, and in that short, silent moment, something passed between them. It had started months ago, in small ways. A longer conversation during pickup time, a casual laugh about something Sophie said, a hand brushing another when exchanging papers, nothing inappropriate. Not at first, but little by little, they began to message each other. First about Sophie, then about life, then about nothing at all. Mark didn't know how it happened. He wasn't looking for anything. He loved his family, or at least he used to. But Emily made him feel seen, understood, listened to, things that he hadn't felt in a long time. At home, things were ordinary. Anna was always tired. She worked part-time and cared for Sophie. She still loved Mark, but most days she felt invisible. She missed the way he used to hold her, talk to her, look at her like she mattered. Now it was just routines. schedules, bills, bedtime stories, and silence, too much silence. One afternoon, Anna came to pick Sophie up from school. Mark usually did it, but he was working late. As she waited by the door, she noticed Emily coming out from the classroom. They smiled politely. "You must be Sophie's mom," Emily said. Anna nodded. "Yes, I've heard a lot about you." "She's a sweet girl," Emily replied. They spoke for a few minutes about Sophie's drawings, her new favorite song. Then Anna said something she hadn't planned to say. "She talks about you a lot at home. Sometimes I think she likes you more than me." She laughed, but her voice cracked slightly. Emily smiled, but there was something strained in her eyes, like guilt or pity. Anna didn't know which one was worse. That night, Mark came home late. Anna sat in the dark living room, only the TV lighting her face. He placed his keys on the table. "You're late," she said. "Yeah," he replied. "He's had a lot of work." Then silence again. Anna looked at him, really looked at him. "Are you happy?" she asked. Mark looked surprised. "What?" "In our marriage," she said softly. "Are you happy?" He didn't answer. Not right away. Then, almost whispering, he said, "I don't know." It was the first honest thing he had said in weeks, and it broke her heart more than any lie could. Days passed. Mark kept seeing Emily. They never crossed any clear lines. No kiss, no touch, but the emotional affair had already begun. He texted her good morning before he said it to Anna. He laughed with her. He shared his thoughts, his dreams, his sadness. Everything Anna used to receive was now being given to someone else. Then one morning, Sophie said something that made Anna stop in her tracks. "Miss Emily," said Daddy, "makes the best jokes." Anna looked at her daughter. "What do you mean?" Sophie smiled. "Daddy visits her classroom sometimes. He brings her coffee." Anna didn't answer, but inside, she knew. She finally knew. That night, Anna waited until Sophie fell asleep. Then she looked through Mark's phone, and there it was, the messages, the emojis, the long late night conversations. The one that hurt the most said, "When I talk to you, I feel like I can breathe again." She didn't cry. She just sat there, staring at the screen. Then she placed the phone down, walked to the window, and watched the wind move through the trees. When Mark came home, she didn't speak. She didn't scream, didn't break things. She just asked one question. "Do you still love me?" Mark looked at her, and in that moment, he finally broke. He sank into a chair, put his face in his hands and said, "I don't know how to love you anymore. I've forgotten how." Anna's voice was calm. "You didn't fall in love with her because she's better. You fell in love with her because she made you feel alive. But you forgot that we were once that for each other." He looked up, tears in his eyes, and for the first time in a long time, he saw her, not just the mother of his child, not just the woman who did the laundry or made dinner, but Anna, the woman he had once chosen and lost. "I want to remember," he whispered, "but I don't know how." Anna nodded. "Then we either learn again or we stop pretending." The next morning, Mark deleted Emily's number. He didn't tell her goodbye. He didn't owe her that. He owed it to his family to try, not perfectly, not instantly, but honestly. Months passed. They went to counseling. They cried, they yelled, they broke apart, and slowly